Welcome back to Beating Lyme with Lativa, daily dry fast diaries, dry fasting to beat and cure Lyme disease. So please go watch the playlist. I'm going in order. It is Monday, February 23rd, and I just broke a 2-day water fast, which is part of preparation the Dr. Villanove way. Prior to that, I had a coffee enema, and then I did a really intense colon liver cleanse with castor oil. That was no joke. And then the following day, another coffee enema. So that alone is very stressful on the body. And then I was supposed to immediately go into a water fast with binders just to help with open up detox pathways, toxins, things like that, preparing for these longer dry fasts. The Dr. Villanove way. You'll hear me talk a lot about Dr. Villanove. Dr. Villanove is a Russian doctor that I found through a woman's book. Her name is Michelle B. Slatter. She has a book called Starving to Hell in Siberia. It's all about her journey with late stage Lyme. And it was kind of her last attempt to get herself better before she went ahead with assisted. I gotta be careful on these platforms. I don't know if I can say it because I don't want to be flagged, but end stage life. Like certain states in America have assisted. So she's not crazy, because her book validated so much of my journey and suffering, because at one point I was also looking into it. I was passed around like a lab rat by specialists and experts and doctors who had no in the fuck idea what they were doing. It was very clear to me that the Lyme literature, everything we know about Lyme disease, is old and outdated. What it is, how to treat it, how to approach it, the testing's wrong, like none of it even works, but yet we're forced to accept this as a norm. And I'm like, there's got to be another way. And I was right. And I found it, and God made a way for me out of no way, out of impossible circumstances, as my life was collapsing in on me. And God made a way, and I said, God, if you help me not only find the cure for this, you help get me to Europe, where I was in Vegas at the time. I'm back in Dallas, Texas now. And I said, I made a promise to God that if you help me go work with this doctor and completely heal and cure this, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to helping other people end their suffering. Because it's a suffering that I don't wish on my worst enemy. And I thought it was some rare case. And you guys, simply put, I wasn't just dealing with Lyme disease. I was dealing with all the co-infections, mold illness, CIRS, POTS, autonomic dysfunction, mast cell activation, H. pylori, SIBO, C. diff, mycoplasma, hepatitis. I mean, it just goes on and on. Massive parasitic infections, multiple vitamin mineral deficiencies. Like, my body was in a crisis. I was having heart issues, almost went into cardiac arrest on multiple times. My liver and kidneys were shutting down. I was in really bad shape, you guys. I had so many gut issues. I mean, I was reacting to healthy whole foods that no normal healthy person should be. And it was very clear that none of these doctors, experts, or specialists knew what the fuck they were doing. I was shown the door in doctors' offices before. I was dropped in mid treatments because people didn't know what the fuck they were doing with me. And no one was listening. The amount of gaslighting was crazy. The lack of support. I mean, it's already one thing. Like, Lyme disease is bad enough, but imagine going through like 18 plus different medical conditions at once. And then doctors can't help you. They have no relief for you. They don't know what there's not enough known about Lyme disease. And the norm that exists, I mean, the amount of even people who thought they were helping, who were not doctors, family, friends, who offered little to no help, support, compassion. I mean, I was in this pretty much alone. And sorry, one second. One second, guys. Stop! So yeah, the amount of, I'm back. just the amount of lack of support. You know, I was gaslit by so many doctors. I had a cardiologist that was getting tired of seeing me. I was having tachycardia, random racing heart, random arrhythmias. I couldn't lay on my left or right side. I couldn't even have sex. I couldn't enjoy sex. I couldn't lean over certain ways. I couldn't even go to the gym anymore. Like anything I did, and when that, it's so scary because am I gonna fucking die? I'm not even 30 years old yet. And cardiologists who I couldn't even breathe without having heart palpitations. I'd be sitting there just fine. And then all of a sudden just random racing heart, palpitations, flutters, skips in my heart. And the cardiologist could see this on the test. And he's like, "You're young, you're pretty, it's anxiety. It's just some anxiety. What are you afraid of?" And I'm like, "I don't know, fucking dying? I'm not even 30 years old. You're telling me this is anxiety. This is not anxiety." So it was just the amount of like dismissal, get out of here. I don't want to waste my time with you. You're young, you're pretty, you're fine. Well, I'm literally dying. My organs are shutting down and no one knew what the fuck to do. All these specialists and experts in their shiny badges. And then when I'm speaking up, because I wasn't going to continue letting them to allow these experts and specialists to keep showing me to the door when I'm fucking begging, crying, pulling on their lab coat, like, "Please help me, you're not listening." I'm just being brushed off by everyone. I couldn't get help from doctors. There were no medical treatments that could help. Antibiotics made it fucking worse. I couldn't get family or friends help. No one understood. People were telling me I was fucking crazy, that I needed a psychiatrist. It was the hardest fucking season of my life. My body was in full systemic collapse. And Lyme disease and these infections can present as psychological because you literally have neurotoxins fucking with your brain. Your brain is inflamed. You have toxins in your brain, your gut, your nervous system. Times in a week, I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. I was so exhausted. It's like someone had a taser like to my fucking nervous system. I try to doze off. I'm so tired. And then the second I doze off, it's like a fucking taser goes off in like my head, my nervous system. And it's the worst thing when you can't sleep and your body needs rest to heal. You don't know if you're gonna die. You don't know if you're gonna be stuck like this for life. So I set out on a quest and a mission to find a cure, and I was relentless. I was obsessive. 10, 15 hours a day. I was bedridden. That's all I could do. I said, I know there's got to be another way. I know there has to be another way, even though I don't see one. And I said, "God, if you show me the way and you make a way for me to actually cure and beat this, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to helping other people because I know the suffering I went through. And it is inhumane that there are other people not getting help or answers, suffering unnecessarily at the negligence of specialists and experts' hands because it's so cookie cutter, the blind leading the blind, not knowing what the fuck they're doing. I'm here to challenge everything we know about Lyme disease. And by the way, it was fucking sexually passed to me. Why is it people with tick bites out in the woods hunting their whole life never come down with Lyme disease now or ever? Been bit by a million ticks, and then you have people who've never been bit by ticks and then they're getting it. And then babesia,